Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And a beautiful Friday morning it is. This is your Sunshine. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. And I want you to realize when you step into Sunshine's Corner, we've got so many things that we talk about. The good, the bad, the ugly. But if you don't talk about it, you'll stay right where you are and never move forward. And today is not going to be any different because we've got so much going on in the community that you need to be aware of. I'm talking about the things that are coming up. This is the weekend before Thanksgiving. And I tell you, are you really thankful? Have you put it all together that you are truly thankful? Well, today with my guest, we've got Miss Doris Hayes from Doris Hayes Healthy Hair, and she is certainly an advocate in our community. She does so many things of giving that let you know that giving is what Jesus said. When you give, when you ask, when you seek, you'll find. She's going to share stories with her, how she made her business so successful, and being an advocate in the community for what's right to stand and speak on the issues that we need to talk about. And of course, we're going to tell you more about the event that's coming up on Tuesday that is true and dear to my heart, which is the Thanksgiving Feast of Love and Hope. That right there. Well, we're going to be doing it at the Fricker Center, celebrating almost 15 years in the same location. And I tell you, we want the community to come out and be a part of an event that is absolutely planned for you. We got the Pensacola Police Department. They're coming there and they are going to literally serve you. So don't miss out on something that's planned for you. A lot of work went into this, and I guarantee you, as we talk more today, you will see just how important it is that you take yourself. I always tell you this, take I out of the equation, then it will become us. When you take what I want out of the equation and look at it, I ask you to come to the table, not to just sit there, but to talk. Don't just say I'm coming to the table and I feel like I'm left at the front door. We don't do it this way. Right here on Sunshine's Corner is Friday edition with Miss Doris Hayes as we continue with the greatest conversation ever. Coming up this weekend, as I said, we've got a huge show that's going to be on Tuesday. It's not a show, I did the wrong answer. And what I'm so pleased about with the city officials that's going to be a part of this. We've got the Pensacola Police Department that's coming out, and they literally want to serve, and I thank them for that. If you would like to be a part of this event this weekend that's coming up, I'm really Thanksgiving. I'm thinking about the thankfulness of what we can do. Please make sure you're there Tuesday morning to be in line if you want to eat, because you're not going to be in there sitting around, to get ready for something that we've done and give from the heart. This is how it happens every year for Thanksgiving. And then we're gonna roll right into our Christmas season as well. Got something for the kids that's planned. But when we say in the community, a lot of people say that we're in the community, but you never go in the community. Action is something that we need because action speaks so much louder than words. And that's what I think that our community is lacking of. We've got so many that want to say, do this, but have you done this? This is what's discussed on Sunshine's Corner. This is the conversation that we have that is absolutely meaningful to show you that if we put down our guard and do the right thing, watch how everything falls in place. I say this so often, there's enough for all of us. It is truly enough for all of us. And this is what we talk about right here today on Sunshine's Corner. Miss Doris has been in this community for a long time. I know when I relocated here many years ago, she was one of the ones that I met. And she does not even realize she gave me a music box that I still have. And I still have it in my bathroom, and it still plays. When I want to have something soft to listen to, I say, thank you, Miss Doris. And Miss Doris is going to be talking with us right here today on Sunshine's Corner. Some people, when they go into business, what they look at mostly is the money. Sure, you're going to make money, otherwise the business won't sustain.
Yeah.
But however, if you build your clientele,
that's what I did.
your business will speak for you, and you won't have to worry as much.
You don't have to worry much. And you know, when I moved here back in '88, you know, and I did open the shop up in the '90s, about '96 to be exact, and this mailman came by, and you know, I said, well, you know, I don't know people here. I don't know anybody that much, you know, many people here. And he said, you know, Miss Doris, he said, what you do? He said, you gonna be making so much. He said, just trust God. And he said, you're going to be making so much money, you probably won't even have time to even count it. And to God be the glory. And I ain't saying no more.
And look at you today.
Oh, yes, to God
I
be
mean,
the
tell
glory.
me about your daughters. I mean, your kids.
Yeah, I have 5 children, 3 girls and two sons. And they are so, you know, one is a real estate broker. And then April, she worked for Navy Federal, but it was a stressing job. But she went ahead and got in another business now.
Okay.
She's doing well. And I also have a daughter in Daphne, Alabama. That's the only one that's moved away. Now she's the chairperson for United Way in Daphne, Alabama. And they just fed over 2,000 people yesterday.
Get
yeah,
out.
And she texted me and she said, Mom, she said, you know what? She said, this was, I mean, the mayor, everybody was there, all kind of people were there, and they fed so many people. One lady they had praying, you know, she prayed for someone there, people that needed prayer.
Of course.
You know, and I think this is what it's all about. And Audra told me something, and it really got me, Linda, when she said, Mama, you know, God doesn't waste our suffering. He doesn't waste our suffering, you know, and I thought about that. She said, God does not waste our suffering. He brings us about a change. He brings about a change through our suffering. And you know, even though we're going through a lot now, everybody, you know, if the truth be told, everybody's going through something. They're feeling it, they're feeling it. But we got to know that your suffering, whatever you're going through, when somebody else tell you what they're going through, you'll say, well, it's nothing, I'm not going through anything.
Absolutely.
You know, but that suffering, what you're going through, helps someone else.
Always.
You know, God put us here to help somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know, to go through it and talk to them about Him, because you know He's our source.
Yes,
He's in everything that we need, y'all. I'm telling you.
And I tell you what, I'm also realizing that I see at a lot of things that I've been in attendance to. I realize now, ladies and gentlemen, that more people, more businesses are including the source of their survival, their, growth. It's all about God.
It's all about God.
You cannot leave Him out.
Yeah.
Because if you do, that's when the trouble gonna come.
That's when the trouble gonna come.
Absolutely.
And you know what? When we go through, even when you're going through stuff now, y'all, I'm telling you, He takes us to a test. You know, we won't have a testimony unless we go through the test. And that's why we can't tell nobody about the goodness of God until we done been through. You know, we got to go through something.
Exactly.
You know, we hurt for people too. You know, there's so many people out now that homeless, you know, don't have a place to go, and you know, on a fixed income, and you know, we hurt for those. You know, we hurt for people.
But of
God's
course.
people hurt for one another.
Of course.
And you know, Linda, I was just telling you about, I was near the coffee cup. I was walking from, you know, from
downtown.
my house. Yeah, from the East Hill Post Office to Cervantes.
Right.
And I saw these 2 men laying there, one side and the other, and they was, you know, had a quilt on them. It was about 2 days ago, y'all, and I'm telling you, it was so, it was so hurtful. You know, and I cried like I had just lost a family member. I'm telling you, it hurted me. But you know, I thought about it. I said, well, you know, they do have, they are together. You know, the black, the white, you know, all colors, they laying there together, and they comfortable. They seem like they was comfortable, but it shouldn't be that way. We gotta have a place for them to go to.
I agree. I agree. And you see, when the things like that happen, I think now, Doris, you said something that was absolutely truthful. How can I help somebody if I have not gone through anything to let them know the goodness of our Lord and Savior? But when we see people like that, there are times that we tend to look down.
Right.
And I encourage people, especially this year, and what we have gone through in these United States that has happened. And of course, it's affecting us locally. There are a lot of people that are without. There are a lot of people who lost their jobs. There are a lot of people, when I read the article, even back here several weeks ago, that there were people who were receiving checks, but there was nothing but zeros on the checks. I mean, think about these people that's out on base. It's affected a lot of people there too.
Absolutely.
And what we as a community must learn to do is to be able to uplift one another and do it from the heart. I don't like to accept nothing from nobody.
Yeah, neither do I, Linda.
When it's like this, when I feel like you think that I should, or you do it because you're trying to, no. Don't do that. I mean, because of the fact, in a blinking of an eye, when you think about all of the thousands of women that lost their jobs,
Right.
when you think about people who are right here in our area, who don't have the sources, even with what they were using the assistance through the government to get their families taken care of. Sure, it has been lifted as far as the shutdown, but what I want people to realize is this: these people got to catch up.
Absolutely.
And when you fall behind, you know the hardest thing to do is to catch up.
Yeah.
When you don't have any more coming in. I say that to say, we as a community, I think we have got to learn to, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Shut up more and listen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. Be slow
Listen
to
at
speak
what
and
our
quick to
people
listen.
are looking at, what we see, what we can help. And it's not about a competition. Then that's not coming from the heart when there's a competition.
Right.
Here's where I'm going. If we are going to work together to get something done for the benefit of those who need, you don't know what your situation may be tomorrow. Do things from the heart. I believe that's when I see all of the community activists, which you are one, that go out and work in the community to make these things happen for people. You're doing it from the heart. And I don't need no clap, you did that. Just do what you got to do to help those in ways that are going to be beneficial to others. What issues, Ms. Doris, in our community are closer to your heart right now?
Well, people homeless. Homeless, and then people need food. The SNAP program, you know, they taking that away, and I think I've heard it that they were going to open up the
they did. Some
SNAP
people have
program,
received, but not
they
they're
stopping
full.
it after December.
Right, but they have not gotten any.
But none of funds, no funds or no food.
Yes.
Yeah, people can get food, but you know, you can give food. You can give away food, but you know, meats and stuff, you know, people don't have a place to, you know, they don't have, some people don't have nowhere to cook, to cook, no stove or anything, you know. So we need to get together and try to get, well, this is what we're going to do, you know, try to get this food to people that they can eat, come out and fellowship and sit, you know, and just, just be there and show love in the community. That's what we need, more love in the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what she's talking about is, of course, it's the event that's coming up on Tuesday there at the Fricker Center, where the community has really stepped up to help.
Yes.
To come in, so it's a Thanksgiving feast. Whereas there's a flyer on the screen. We got the Thanksgiving feast that's coming up. We want to invite everybody. When I talked to Michael Kimbry this morning with the, he works with the homeless shelters, and I expressed to him, we want people to come out so we can serve them.
Yeah, that's
so they can have something to eat. And I want to say to these people here, I want to say to Ms. Doris, who stepped up, that she's doing a great job helping us to get the things that we need. When I reached out to the police department, their first thing was, I want to be able to serve.
Wow, that's great.
That says something to me.
It does, it does.
Let me roll my sleeves up in my uniform. Let me put a net on my hair. And give me a spoon and let me serve. Because I think with that shows the people, even with them wanting to serve you, that lets you know that what they're doing in the community every single day. You think about, I couldn't be a policeman.
Yeah, neither could I. I for I pray every day.
I couldn't. The job that they have is
people
so.
That's out in the community doing work.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't do that for
Lord
nothing.
Be with them.
I couldn't do it.
City and county.
I tell you. But look, ladies and gentlemen, we're just having we're having a conversation today that I think is very much so needed.
Yes.
And we shouldn't just wait to Thanksgiving to do this. We should do this every day to make sure that people are in a situation where they need the help. This is how we do it. 850-432-7768. That's the number to call if you want to be a part of this conversation. And please, if it's nothing but a word of inspiration, because this weekend, ooh, Lord, we got a long work to
Lord.
do.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's going to get done.
It's going to be done.
It's going to be done. It's going to be done.
What you do for God, it's going to last and it's going to be perfect. It's going to be good.
No doubt in my mind. We're going to come back and talk more about the event that's coming up on Tuesday right there at the Fricker Center, and the things that keep Ms. Doris going with the work that she does in this community. Be a part of the conversation at 850-432-7768. We'll be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
These walls and windows hold me tight. the warm embrace we all call home. This little street is a land of liberty of its own, where I always have a place to go. I'm free to call this place my own. We all deserve a place to call home.
That's an American dream.
Join me, Quint Studer, for Conversations with Quint, as you learn all about kindergarten readiness and what we have to do to get better, with Katie Ballard and Stephanie Montgomery.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sonshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sonshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Pensacola, Wagwan mean? What's up in Jamaica? My name is Nash, CEO of Good Vibes Jamaican Grill. Once you see me, you already know this is where the flavor, the vibes, everything is at. Right here at 7999 Pensacola Boulevard. If you want oxtail, curry goat, jerk chicken, and so much more, just come right here at Good Vibes. Just come on down and just come enjoy yourself. If you haven't been, you're missing out. And if you're coming, bring your friend, tag a friend or friend.
Join me and Chad Henderson at Conversations with Quint. Chad is the CEO of Catalyst, and he's going to talk about all the great work they're doing in Pensacola, including a new hotel and the plans for OLF 8. Join me with Chad Henderson.
Welcome back to this edition of Sunshine's Corner. It's Friday, the weekend before Thanksgiving. And you know, some of the things that you're thankful for. I mean, I think about the goodness of God and how much it is that I'm thankful for. I'm not going to talk about I'm thankful for this great big old this. No, I'm just grateful that I'm saved, that I know who He is.
Yes, Lord.
That I'm able to help somebody else.
That's what I do, and I don't want no praises, because I know my praise is going up.
Amen.
Already, God, I don't want nobody to talk about what I'm doing and all that. If you notice me, I don't say a lot about myself, but I'm just so grateful. God is so good, y'all. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
All we got to do is trust Him.
Absolutely.
And, I'm gonna go back a little bit if I
Go
may.
ahead.
When you were asking me about the children, I always say stuff about my daughters. I'm so proud of all of them. I have 5 beautiful children. The 3 girls and 2 sons. One is Robert, and he was named after his dad, Robert Hayes III. And he owned his own trucking business, and he delivered cards in different places. And every morning, I would pray with them. I'll say, I call him and I say, "Where are you going now?" He said, "Well, I'm on my way to Dallas. I'm on my way to Fort Worth. I'm on my way." And I said, "Well, let's say a prayer." And I always say the Lord's Prayer. And my other son, he's the oldest, Farrah. He's working with a company. He'll build his first charge. He's doing really well. So
Right.
they're all very successful, and I thank God. But we all been through something, but God always bring us through it.
Right.
You never go through something without the man bringing you through it.
Of
I'm telling you,
course.
the master.
If you trust Him.
So
Exactly.
if you trust in Him, though, you got to put your whole trust in Him. You
Exactly.
can't waver it. You got to trust in
There's
Him.
no changing about it.
And I know He's good.
Exactly. Can you think of a moment, Miss Doris, that you did something that you were working with in the community when you said, "I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, that I should be a servant in this community"? Think back of something that happened during your...
Well, going back to when I first moved here, I was very successful in Texas. Now I was very successful, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When I moved here, I cried because it was back in '88. It was a culture shock. And I just say, Lord, what am I going into?
I said the same word when I moved here. I said, why have I come?
I said, Lord, what is this? What am I in here? I said, Lord, I had to pray and ask God. And I cried. I got on the bus with the children. I said, y'all make sure. You know, I got involved. It was rough, though. But then, like my children can tell you, Mama, I would hear you crying in your room every morning.
Right.
And I called my mama. I said, Mama, I got to get out of here. And Mama said, Doris, you with your husband now. You got to follow him. Right. And that's why we moved here, because his father was ill, and his mom, you know, he wanted to move here so he can help his mother with his dad, of course. So, but after that, you know, it's just, I mean, I found, and then I got where I had to get involved. You know, I say, Lord, I came to what Mike Wiggins, he don't mind me saying it. I went to a guy, and one of the city council, he was a city councilman. I said, you know, it's something wrong with Pensacola. It's something is wrong. It's not right. But I know that we were being left out. That's the main thing. I said it at the, you know, the little dedication thing they get. But you know, I say it's something left out. It's something that the people are not getting here, and I knew that. So what happened? I went ahead and started getting involved, and then that's when I got my little beauty shop, and I started working, and it was just, you know, it's just a ministry, you know. And I just thought, I tell people, I say, you know what? I tell my clients, y'all, I've been doing hair ever since I got here back in the 90s, and I say, you know, if something happened to you, I said, I would do your hair. I would do your mother's hair or your hair free. Just let them know, you know. So I go to Joe Morris and I do their hair. I never charge anybody. Because I know God has brought me, you know, it was a time when, you know, 13 siblings, but I had to go, we slept with 2 at the foot and 1 at the bottom, and we better not put our feet on nobody either. Mama said, what is going on? She put her foot on.
You know what, I wonder how they deal today.
Don't do that.
I want to get what they got.
So heavy that you couldn't even move.
But you were warm.
But we were warm.
But
and that's where I come from, though. That's why I'm so quick to say.
I wonder, does people just realize
God.
what she just said, that when you had families then, they all slept in the bed together. She said 2 at the foot and 2 at the head.
The head, the sisters.
That's right, but you could not kick nobody.
Kick nobody.
You better lay still. Has anybody else experienced that? We grew up like that.
No, I know somebody has. And you know, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to say
what do
where
you think
I come
if the
from.
Kids today had to do that, what would they do?
Oh Lord, they would probably dig a hole and get in it.
These are things
they wouldn't even know how to even start, you know. Because you know, even when I grew up in Texas, I picked cotton, and you know, I tell my children, I say, I pick cotton. I say, you know, they tell Mama, what you talking about picking cotton? I say, yeah, I did it. I had to work. We had to work for, you know, he was a farmer. Yeah.
My father was too.
Really, Linda?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
My father had a cotton field.
Wow, that's all right. He had to work. We was farmers.
He was a
and we
farmer.
all had to get out there. They had to take us out of school sometimes. That was the worst thing I did, you know, to hate it when I was young. I was probably about 7, and you know, we were out of school, and Daddy had to take us out of school so we can work. But we stayed in school. I graduated high school, went on to college, you know.
You see, these
Franklin
are things
Beauty
that I think
College.
that our community don't realize, especially, I mean, and these are not just stories, these are true facts of how the way we were brought up and what it looks like today. When she mentioned the fact that her father was a farmer and he had to do cotton, and we look at the things today, that picture brought me to this. If you see what's happening now, how everything's trying to be taken away from us, it's like there is a dictatorship that's going on that they wish they could take us back, but we ain't going back there. Not going back there. And the fact that I hope that some younger generation will see this, to see even though went through what we had to get to where we are today. So the focus needs to be in the right place. Let's stop walking around with the guns. Let's stop walking around with your pants hanging. Let's stop, pull your pants up, go get a job and work hard, and you can have something of your own. And I want people to realize this too. That not only happens in the black community, that happens across the board. Across the board. But with your upbringing,
We know what to do. We know how to survive.
Exactly.
You know, and we know how to, you know, to bake gravy. We know how to make, you know,
We'll plant a garden in our
Mama taught
backyard.
me how to, I know, plant a garden in the backyard. Now I had some watermelon. They destroyed everything in my garden. I didn't know they was gonna go free.
I didn't do it. I never
like
did.
that.
Look, I know how to do it, but I don't do it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I
hey,
don't-
but it was my foundation to keep me growing to be where I am today.
But you know what, Len, I'm thinking about, I say, you know, it would be good to plant some cotton over there, just a little bit over there on my place. You know, so children in the schools can come and look at the you know, cotton.
Did y'all see
'Cause
me
a
make
lot
my
of children
eyes
don't
go
even
big?
know
She
what
said she gonna plant some
is.
cotton. Take 'em up there in
I'm gonna plant
Flomaton.
some cotton. I have some cotton in a little, you know, couple of stalks. But they said, you know, you got to get the seed and put it in the ground.
Have you ever
So
gone to
I don't know.
Flomaton?
Flomaton, no, I never
Drive
been to
through
Flomaton.
there in the summertime.
Okay.
It's cotton
all
on
right.
both sides.
Wow. And it used to be in Daphne, Alabama, but they, you know, I guess they sold that. And I have pictures that I took with my
When I
grandchildren.
go home to Alabama, and when I drive through Flomaton, I'm amazed because cotton has to be picked by September. So
Oh,
therefore,
yeah.
you'll see it start growing up in July. I mean, not excuse me,
Yeah, no,
August,
not
September,
July.
and then it buds out. As a matter of fact, when I went home last month, I go home once a month. When I was coming home, it was the first weekend of November. It was so much cotton. There was a man had stopped, and he was taking
Wow.
pictures.
Yeah. It's beautiful,
It's
too.
beautiful, and it was
It's
so white. But you see,
beautiful.
those things that what we use, they don't realize.
I know.
All of this, part of that.
Part of that.
Of
That's
that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And when you see that, and you ask kids, ask some grown people, what is that?
this? What is that? Y'all mean
We
y'all
picked that.
Y'all went through a lot. Well, you
Exactly.
know, they're not going through anything, but you know, you gotta teach your children, talk to your children, and Deuteronomy 6
Do
and
not
7.
allow
so you gotta
anybody
talk
to
to them
take
when
away
you get
your
up in the
history.
morning. Yeah, they can't take away the history.
No, you can't.
Yeah, because we know it. We know they
We
may take
are
away some
history.
books, but we already know we are the history.
Exactly.
That's right.
We
are
are.
the history.
And you think about the fact that when our fathers and our mothers were back there then, I mean, come on, we lived through it. So therefore, I say this, and I say this with a smile. Nobody can take us away. Teach it to your children. Teach them from where they come from. Let them know about the cotton fields. Let them know about the corn. That
Let
if
them
you
know
go
what
through,
you had to go through, you know,
Yeah.
to get where you are today.
Exactly. That
you
was
know.
our survival.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying the fruit of my labor.
Exactly.
That's what the Bible says. You can enjoy the fruit of your labor. But I'm still working. I'm still
Exactly.
doing what God wants me to do. And I feel
now, when
that,
you
know,
with you being a black woman in business, what is the most important thing for people in business, being a black woman, to stay connected to the community? What's that key with you there? Because you've been in business. You say you got here when 80 something.
Yeah, I go, you know, out to 88 to be exact. But you know, to be in business, you know, you got to treat people right. You got to love people, you know, and you got to, it's what you say too. You could say something that it'll cut you in two. But you got to know what to say, how to treat people, and you know, since I've been in business, it's just been it's a joy, and I can't even retire. I'm not retired. You know, people ask me, why you don't retire? Why you don't retire? I can't retire. I'm still working, and I love it. I love it. It's a ministry. You'd be surprised how many people come to me and they ask me, you know, Doris, I appreciate you praying, you know. Yeah, because, you know, prayer, God, it's power in prayer. It's power
When
in
I walked
prayer,
into your
you know.
place the other day, because I went by there, the first thing, we were talking about this here recently, about leadership in a business. When you walk in a business, that you want to feel like you're welcome.
Right, absolutely.
Because it's the atmosphere that you can walk in and feel when you don't feel like you're within that.
That's right, that's right.
But I say that to say when I walked in, she gave me a hug to say, hey, how are you, da, 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 da. But I'm saying that to say, that's another thing and a foundation with the culture that we have, that we're built around in our culture. We exhibit that
Right, right.
at all times. And that's a successful story that she's telling us. If you've been in 88, oh God, that's a long time.
Oh, I can have some stories, but it'll be too long. Honey. Oh, Lord, I need to write a book. I'm telling you.
You
it's
should,
a
and
lot.
it would be a
I will write
bestseller.
a book about the
What
hair.
advice would you give women today who feel overwhelmed, who feel discouraged, especially those rebuilding their confidence and trying to do something. As I had just had a thought. With the question that I'm asking, and I encourage everybody to build and open their own business. Be your own boss.
Right, be your own boss. That's it. But you gotta, you know, when I first moved here, Linda, to it, when I first got into the business, God, it was strange. It was people that didn't, it was just different. Where I grew up, it was just cut, and people, someone told me, said, people are like crabs, they'll pull you up and then the crab will come down. But, I didn't take that in content. I just kind of like, I knew who I was and I knew what who I'm working with, and I know God, and that's what I said. You can't go into a business thinking that you're gonna just make a whole lot of money. It is good to make the money, but you gotta go in there and treat people right and doing what you supposed to do, and loving on them and let them know. And see, people come in there and they be talking. Sometimes people come to a beauty shop to talk. They want to hear some positive output, because you can't go in there and then tell them about your problems.
You made me think about this song.
You got to move yourself away and then start listening to them and do what you can to help them, even though you might be going through some stuff.
Omar Cunningham wrote a song about the beauty shop.
Yeah.
Omar Cunningham said, when you want to know what's going on, go in the beauty shop.
Yeah, that's why they talk here.
And there was something that I heard here recently,
you got to uplift people.
That a person was saying something in a beauty shop and didn't realize who was in that beauty shop that they were talking about was in the beauty shop.
Yeah. Oh, I got to tell you about Rob.
Hold on a minute. We're going to come back with more. We're going to tell you about the beauty shop and why you need to shut your mouth. We'll be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Sonia Bay's Botanicals is a local wellness boutique that specializes in infused fruit juices, medicinal herbal tea remedies, clean hair and body care, and herbal-infused sea moss gels, which can be purchased 1 for $25 or 2 for $40. This sea moss contains 92 of the body's 102 essential minerals used to increase energy, relieve pain and inflammation, and improve blood pressure and more. From parasite cleanse to detox and weight loss to blood sugar control, Sonia Bay's Botanicals has a natural solution for you.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam! I'm back. Blab TV, brand new episodes.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Welcome back to Friday edition of Sunshine's Corner. We're talking, I gotta say this. Ladies and gentlemen, you know me. Now, it's Friday, we let our hair down and we have fun. Ms. Doris said she does hair for the deceased. And I asked her when she go back there, does she hear anything? And she said, yeah, somebody had a reflex in the foot kick. I never would have gone back.
that was one thing. That one thing that happened to me. It's been years ago.
That it actually, the person moved?
Yeah, you know, it's just, and I think one of the guys, I say, what's going on? And the man say, well, it's just a reflex, like a reflex. Okay, but it didn't frighten me. It's just that, you know.
So he kicked?
Yeah, the person kicked.
What would you have done? Even though I know the truth, but just to...
Yeah, to see the person just, you know, I said, Lord.
Couldn't be me.
But you know, the funniest thing, if I have a few more minutes about this, when I did a lady's hair, can I say this?
Please.
I did a lady's hair, and you know, by me been in the business for so long, you know, the two young ladies called me from the shop and say, Doris, my mom passed, and she, you know, she told me that before she passed that, you know, you could do her hair. And I said, okay, and so I told, you know, they gave me the time and everything. So I went in there, Lord knows, I didn't know who that lady was, Linda. I didn't know who she was. I said, Lord, I said, you gotta help me now, because I just was praying. And the girl was saying, the young lady was standing there talking, oh, Miss Doris, you got it looking good right there, but now you know Mama like this here little part in the front. And so I said, Lord have mercy, what is it? So I was praying the whole time, and so I curled her hair in the front. And she said, oh yeah, that's it, Miss Doris, that's how Mama wanted. Now, it's beautiful. I know that's how Mama wanted. And so after I got through, this is the strangest thing.
She got up.
After I finished with her hair, the daughter said, Miss Doris, my mom wants you to have this. And you know what it was? What? My perfume. It was my perfume, a brand new bottle of perfume. They know I don't charge them nothing, but
they gave you a gift.
They gave me the perfume that I wear. I don't know how they knew that was
She told them.
She told them.
She whispered. We got a call this morning.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine.
Good morning, Kingdom Walker.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Doris.
Good morning, Kingdom.
I opened, my granddaddy always told me, he said, don't open your Bible unless you pray first. And I did it this morning, and I opened it up. I want to share this with you all.
Please.
It was Proverbs, and it said, when I opened the Bible up to this morning, it says, train a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not turn from it. And it says, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a servant of the lender. And it said folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far from him. Miss Doris, you do what I call therapy. Your shop is not just therapy.
No.
You work on people. The former mayor of Tuskegee, Alabama.
Come on.
Omar Neal years ago, and told me he was coming to Pensacola and he was going to be strategizing with a young lady named Doris Hayes at her salon. And he asked me, could I meet him there? And Sister Hayes, I came to your shop, and I was able to put you and the other ladies on the prayer list.
Come on now.
You remember, and well, like you said, no wavering, but in all ways trusting him.
Trusting him.
And now you got this testimony that's being made public on Sonshine's platform. Miss Hayes, your business is on the corner, and today you own Sonshine's corner.
Wow. See that? Thank you so much. That's how God intended for it to be. I know it. I know. I was sitting on my porch.
What are you doing right now? You loving people and treating people right. And when you love what you do, you say you can't retire. When you love what you do, you don't go to work, you just go.
That's it. Right. You go. That's right.
And do what God has blessed you to do at the time that we are now. Supernatural blessings on you. It's a blessing to see you. You're looking good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
God is good. He's a keeper.
He's good. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And you know,
keep doing what you're doing, Miss Doris.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, love you, brother. Thank you so much.
It is.
Yeah. To God be the glory, honey. Thank you.
I tell you,
you know about Keenan saying that. You know, when the children was going to school here, attending school here, all 5 of them. You know, every morning I would get on my knees and have them. The boys, I put them in Proverbs. and the
That's
songs,
that wisdom,
and
that's
songs,
right.
the girls and songs. And then I go into Deuteronomy 6 and 7, you know. Talk to your children when you get up in the morning, talk to them, you know.
Exactly.
Put a shield
Everybody
around
should
them.
take
That's what
that
I
as a part.
did. And so, you know, and that's what I did, Linda, to those children. Now, you know, you like you said, you bring up a child in the way that he should go so that when you get older, he won't depart. You know, it's a lot that, you know, I see now the children are doing things, you know, now. But you know, you taught them at an early age, so you know they gonna do what's right. They gonna fear God. You know, I had to fear God a long time ago when I was real young. You know, when I'm doing wrong now. When I do wrong, I have the fear of God.
You know, and you see,
wrong.
everybody, what we're saying today is all
bad.
about the fact that we're talking about togetherness of a community. When you hear that it takes a community, a village to raise a child, we have got to be that village, especially in times as they are now. Coming together is the key, and we're going to revert that and bring it back over to what Ms. Doris is talking about, and to talk about what we are going to be doing on Tuesday, bringing the community together.
Bringing the community together.
Doris has got a list, and I mean, she has done so much, and I can't say this enough. Thank you for being so open.
Well, yeah, but thank everybody too. We
Oh,
thank
whoa,
everybody.
I got a whole
I know
list.
you got a whole list. So many people are doing so much, Linda. This, you know, it's not just about the food, y'all. It's about hope, giving them hope. And God is hope. That's what we have our hope in. You know, when we get together, it's in unity, it's in love, and people need that fellowship, knowing that somebody care about them. You know, it's hard out there. You know, you know, I'm not no rich person, but God has blessed me from where I used to be. You know, and where I came from, y'all. I'm telling you, that's why I reach out and try to help people. And I don't want no praises or nothing, because God give me all the praises.
Come on,
I was
somebody.
sitting on my porch the other
Hold
day.
on, we got a call to go
ahead.
to.
Okay,
Hold on.
Good.
We got a call. Let's see. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, Miss Doris.
Good
How y'all
morning.
doing?
Wonderful.
I want to say happy Friday. You two is acting like just best friends, good girlfriends, having this good old conversation, and it just bringing up all these good memories.
Thank you.
And I was I'm born in '74, and as a little boy, whenever the holidays come around, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, we used to always go to my grandparents' house for the holidays.
Right.
And so they had a lot of children. So everybody was coming in there. So during when it was time to lay down, we all piled in the same beds and stuff together.
Right.
And
That's
just like
right.
you said, some was at the top, some was in the bottom.
Right.
And you was like Chris, you was like heads up and tails down, you know.
Come on now.
That's and in the summertime, they would put us on pallets.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
We would lay on them little pallets that they made from scrap. That I love to this day. I wish I still had my grandmama
quilts.
Scrap
They had quilts.
made blankets.
Yeah.
And I love those.
Yeah.
And so, all of my parents and stuff and grandparents, them all worked in the cotton field. And so I remember one day I was in Chumuckla, because Chumuckla had cotton fields there, and then they switched them over to the peanut field. And I went and stood in front of that field and took a picture and put on there, "I am my ancestors' wildest dream."
Come on now. Well, now is Chumuckla in Philadelphia, Mississippi?
No, Chumuckla is over there where Jay, Florida. It's a part of Jay.
Okay. I don't visit that area too often, but I know where it is.
Yeah, and so you know what? You have to see that and realize what they had to go through, what they had to do to survive, to make ends meet and stuff like that. And so my mom, she tells us these stories, or I ask her about stuff like that.
That's good.
You know, just to know the history. I love knowing about our history.
Right.
If we don't know about the history, we will fall and fail. We will repeat it.
Exactly.
So we need to be informed. So thank you all for providing the memories that y'all doing today, and happy Friday to you both.
Thank you. Happy Friday to
Look
you.
now,
Come on
he's
over
going to be
to
there
the
with us
thing.
Tuesday as well.
He will. Good. That's what I was going to ask him. Yeah.
He'll
come
be
on
there.
over there. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
And you as well.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
We got to go to break, ladies, and then when we come back, we're going to talk more about the upcoming event. That's a Feast of Love and Hope that's going to be there at the Fricker Center, 900 North F Street. Absolutely free to the public. We want everybody, if you know homeless people, if you know veterans that need to eat, we are there to serve them. We are there to serve the people. It's all about that. So
Yes,
please,
that's it.
do your part. If it's nothing but tell somebody to come and have dinner with us right here. We'll talk more about that when we return on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Adventure, fun, and connections. It's all right here in your backyard with Pensacola Parks and Recreation. Bike the trails and feel the rush. Come to our senior programs for ages 50 and older. Learn new skills and make new friends. Tee up at Osceola Golf Course. And paddle into nature with Bayview Outdoor Pursuits. Pensacola Parks and Recreation. Discover more, play more, live more.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to this edition of Sunshine's Corner. It is Friday, and I tell you, we've had such a great conversation today. We have reminisced, we've talked about business, we've talked about things that we need to continue to do, and the things that we shouldn't do. Ms. Doris brought up something here a moment ago about the crab effect. You hear me talk about that often. We have got to learn to realize that there's enough for everybody. You don't have to try to hurt somebody to get yours. You don't have to try to hurt somebody to do what you're doing. Oprah says something that I strongly believe. If a person has that much of jealousy about you, that's a person you cannot be around, because they are not going to do what's right for what you're doing. They're going to try to elevate that, to take it. There's that crab effect again, to try to pull it down instead of pulling you up.
You got to keep going up. You got to keep going up.
I always say when one goes up, there's another seat.
It's another
one
seat.
goes up, there's another seat. But Ms. Doris, I can't say enough about you coming in today, getting up early to share this with me so we can talk about the things that all rolls down to what we're doing on Tuesday.
Yes. Yes, we got cakes. I got a lot of cakes, and then I told, Miss Gibson, Tammy, Miss Gibson with the Leah Foundation. You know, I just want to give a shout out to her. She's just a juror too in the community, and you are too, Lynn. And I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to be here.
Oh, girl, please.
And I thank God most of all, because it's all it's all that God intended.
And little Cindy with lemons and lemonade.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about, the lemons and lemonade. What is
that? Is Cindy Martin, the young lady who lost her son.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Because I didn't know how on the paper, it says Cindy lemonade. Yeah, they say lemonade.
Lemons to lemonade.
You gave her name, or that's her name?
That's the name of her nonprofit.
Oh, okay, good.
She took a lemon and turned it into lemonade.
Into lemonade. That's good. Oh,
because of what she went through by losing her child.
Oh, wow. That's great. I'm sorry.
And
I didn't know that's what it was,
she's
doing a wonderful job. Yeah, she does.
She is doing a lot for this event that's coming up, and I want everybody to know that Cindy's heart is in the right place.
That's right. It is. She's
and you did not know that.
Cosmetologist as well.
Right, she does.
Beautician.
But see, coming up now, this thing that's going to to be having on Tuesday, we invited everybody out to come be a part of. I want mostly for everybody to come and sit down, fellowship, and let's eat together. We're going to serve you a meal that's prepared by loving hands. We got so much that we want you to be a part of. We want you to take part in. And that is the feast of love and hope by eating. Nobody should be left this Thanksgiving season without anything on their table to say they have enough. I want to say this. If you are a person that's confined to your home, that you do not have transportation and cannot drive to get there, there's a phone number on that flyer, 850-748-7040. You call me because I do have someone that's going to be delivering that we are going to be able to prepare. And she also said to me, she called me, she said, make sure I'm going to drive my SUV. So that we can make sure that we have someone to deliver to these people as well.
That's awesome.
Okay, and I thank you for doing that, Princess. But all I want people to do is to get up early, come out, and just have a great time with us coming up on Tuesday at the Fricker Center. As you know, the Fricker Center will begin their new renovation starting in February. So therefore, this will be the last Thanksgiving that we hold in this hole that's there this year. So hopefully, I don't know if the center will be complete by next Thanksgiving, but I guarantee you, Lumen May gonna show me another one to go to.
Yeah, he sure will.
He's gonna show. Hey, Lumen, I mean, like, it's gonna show another one that we can go to, that we can continue this tradition. It's been there at the Fricker Center for over 15 years.
Wow.
And this will continue to go on. And who's to say it's another level that we're going to? It's all about giving. And for those who would like to still be a part, look, it's always there that we'll accept it.
That's right, and we need to keep this momentum.
We got to keep it going.
We got to keep it going, Linda, because I mean, this is giving people hope.
Yes.
Because people are losing hope, and our hope is in Christ Jesus, and he said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. So all we got to do is trust in him.
Exactly. I want to say to Pastor Burns, there of Rise Church. He's going to be there. He's going to be our prayer to start us off for the day.
Great. And I was sitting on the porch, and I told you I sing to God.
Yeah, and she's going to sing a song for us.
I said, Lord, it's been so good. He's so good.
Y'all better come on out and hear Miss Doris sing.
Oh, I'm going to sing. I know you're going to do that.
And she's going to sing coming up to get us started on Tuesday.
God just put it on my heart and my spirit to do that. I'm telling you, I was sitting on the porch just thinking about where I've been, where I came from and where I'm going now.
Exactly.
I said, God is good.
No doubt. I want to thank Baptist Hospital for coming aboard, because they're going to be there also. Baptist Hospital is bringing in, because we are going to have a total wellness day.
Children. You said ice cream.
Great. Children, we got Bluebell bringing ice cream. We've got so many people that's coming out to be a part, because this is not about one person, it's about the community.
Yes.
When I say for Baptists, I want to thank Joy. Joy's going to be on with me Monday. We're going to talk about everything that's going to be there for the community, because health-wise right about now, we're headed into the cold season. There are people who need things. They've got great gifts they're going to be giving out for people coming up on Tuesday. Please make sure that you're there. I want to say thank you for everybody who has tipped to put a hand in, who has made a call to say, oh, look, can I do this? For all the people that would like to volunteer, thank you so much for coming out. Let's do this. Let's make this one to be remembered. And of course, now, I will just hurt my heart if I don't remember Michelle Koger. Michelle Koger was the young lady who transitioned about 2 years ago. And she was always that person who did it. She cooked. Oh my God. Did she prepare that stuff? But even to the end, she wanted to come out to do it. And I said, no, go to the doctor and do what you got to do. But it was always there. We're going to be showing pictures of that as well. That's going to be on the wall to see what she did. And I've reached out to the young lady that always helped her. And I got to call her again because I want her there because of the fact that she did it. I went back and I even found the pictures from when she first started baking the turkeys, when she sent me turkey all over her house that she had baked. But the fact of it is, ladies and gentlemen, it is free. It's for you to come out and indulge in. It's about giving. It's about love. It's about hope in such a time as this. Even the Democratic Party had came out and bought some stuff that we had baked. I want you to come out. And Miss Doris, you got 1 minute to say something to tell them before you leave.
Thank you all, and I want to do a shout out for my daughter, who's a nurse, Audrey, and Daphne, and her husband, Harper Technology, Abe Harper.
Right.
And my son-in-law. I didn't call his name, but I love them all. And I thank God, and I thank you so much for inviting me. And I hope you all have learned something, or just, just something that was uplifting that we said today that would help you to keep the faith in God, because faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things that are not seen.
Come on, she's
thank
going
you
to
so
Hebrews.
much, and I love y'all.
Exactly.
Be blessed.
Well, thank you. She came up with my scripture, y'all, so that tells you something. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic week. This week has been so overwhelmingly motivating, and so much information that has been poured into you. Now, always know that if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can also go back and you'll get a notification every time we put those YouTubes up, because it comes up. You can go back and watch these shows over and over. This show will play again on Saturday. So please, I ask of you to please do something to help somebody else. Reach out and touch somebody from the heart, and give from your heart, and let that be your staple to say, yes, we as a community can do anything if we put all of our resources together. There's nothing that we can't do. Now, coming up on Monday, we are going to be talking with Joy from Baptist Health Faith Network. They are a big part of this event that's coming up on Tuesday, and they got some surprises that they're going to bring. And even if you have not, we're going to be giving out wellness checks that are free as well. We got one section there for you to get your body checked out. We want that to happen. Anybody you know that's in need of food, please, a hot Thanksgiving plate.
Yes.
Bring them to and let us serve them. Let us serve them with all the trimming. I've got to leave you, and I'll leave you as I do every single day. First of all, I want to give God the glory for allowing us to have this platform to get the message out. The conversations that are difficult to have, bring them here, and we can have them in a way that will be receptive to our community. And I'll leave you as I do every day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first in everything that you do, this I will guarantee that you will be a total success. So until Monday, for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Go out and tell somebody that you love them and mean it. We tend to use that word so free, I love you, and you don't even love what I do. Come on, people. Let's be real about it. So until Monday, have a great weekend. Get ready for Thanksgiving. I love you with a perfect kind of love. I'll see you on Monday at 9 o'clock right here on Sunshine's Corner. Have a great weekend, and thank you, Miss Doris.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.